He has been in many NANSO meetings. He's been an active participant of the period of the student day politics, of which many of us were party to. A lot of the younger crew would take a leave to learn from this young man. He studied in the United States, he came back, he joined. He then decided, look, good old days of politics, I want to be serving this nation in a different capacity. That's when he joined the Civil Service as Director of Agriculture. Him and I did wonders. This is a man in his period of civil servant service would be everywhere in the country. And him and I would cooperate on many, many, many projects here in Kunene and everywhere else in the country. So this is a well-deserving appointment for a man who has seen his days both as a young man in politics, as a student, and as a servant of the people back in politics, and now finally he is serving you as your Prime Minister. Right Honorable Prime Minister, that would be a deserving introduction. Please take the platform and come speak to your people. Wait. Oh, I'm advised there must be someone else before. Sorry, I hurried you, but that shows how dedicated you are to the cause.
Okay. Thank you. Omake Kopetrona, Omake. Thank you very much. My apologies. There is still a statement before the Right Honorable Prime Minister. Otherwise, we will be in serious trouble. For now, let us have the sweet performance by Okatutura Cultural Group. Omake. Thank you very much, Okatutura. I also equally at this juncture want to acknowledge our mother, the wife of Dr. Elijah Ngurare, herself also, Dr. Albertine Ngurare. We acknowledge your presence. Omukandi wa Prime Minister Nowea, urinaite ponamba, eyo mwini noho tushonganga. Dr. Albertine Ngurare, urinaite ponamba. We acknowledge you. We equally acknowledge Okahao, local authority and city of Windhoek. I don't want people to go back angry, so we must acknowledge everybody. But if I have omitted you, now I'm calling upon our own leader, our brother, our leader, the governor of the Great Kunene region, Honorable Vipwa Ivan Muharukwa, to the podium. So if I have wronged you, whatever he says will make up for if I have wronged you. My brother, the podium is yours, our governor. Omake, Omake.
My brother, Marius Seya, Director of Ceremonies, former governor of the Great Kunene region, my very own predecessor. When I took over this position, took over as governor of this region, I had said that we shall walk hand in hand, for it is your footsteps that I'm stepping in. I do not intend not to be true to that word, whether in private or in public. That's why I'm saying it here and declaring it again. Right Honorable Prime Minister of our Republic and Dr. Madam PM, so that's Dr. Square or Dr. times 2. Welcome to the Great Kunene region, the region of possibilities. I mean, we have seen, where have we seen a rhino dancing? Only in Kunene region are those wonders possible. Yes. Very soon you will have that rhino jumping on Pembe also. It can happen in this region. We can turn anything into gold. With that much said, allow me to stand by the protocol as observed. Allow me also to extend my apology to the town council, because they have crafted a speech for me which I am not going to read, because I want to speak my heart, that which is in here. Generally, that is my approach to things, because I think when you speak off the cuff, you are genuine about things. Now, the podium is not really that of mine, it is that of the Prime Minister. But what do they say? Chiwa hindu mundu kolwi, mutomea makanwa, chambe kuotere. You send someone to the river to get water, they will drink before they bring you your container of water. Therefore, allow me to say the following. Fellow residents of Opuwo, fellow Namibians, Kunene region is ready. We are ready from a pupa, or as the Prime Minister would say, from Okangwati to Korihas, to Fransfontein. We are ready from a Toto to Orwanje, Rohadli. We are ready to be equalized. We are ready to become Namibians, wealthy like all other Namibians. We are ready to be Namibians who are EPL holders. We are ready to be Namibians who are tenderpreneurs, like many other tenderpreneurs. The Kunene region is ready to keep the resources that comes to this region circulating in this region, to add value to that money, localize that money and that budget for real before we share it with the rest of Namibia. That is why we say we are a region of possibilities. We are a region with opportunities that is underground, on top of the ground, but we are a region of people who do not see these opportunities. Those few that see these opportunities do not have the means and the resources to be able to harness these opportunities to create a better tomorrow for the inhabitants of Kunene. We have small-scale miners in Korigas that I have consulted that are crying for equipment. We have small-scale miners in Opuwo, Kunene North, with similar cries. We have hospitals that we need to improve. And indeed, as a governor, I stand here proud and thankful that we have a government in place that is saying what it's saying. A government, the Right Honorable Prime Minister, that you are heading and coordinating at national level. A government that had just won elections. Honorable, my cousin, Rosa Mbingechi Undo, do not be allergic to SWAPO. SWAPO has won the elections in this country. SWAPO is running this country. And SWAPO will implement the SWAPO Party Manifesto. The Prime Minister is a deployee of the SWAPO Party. So too the Governor. Yes, you are right. We are all surprised by the SWAPO song here. But there are places where leaders fixed each other. Especially when we have national leaders present. Right Honorable Prime Minister, why I'm saying I am proud to be a governor in this dispensation is because government, your government that you are coordinating is saying that it is not going to be a business or business as usual. That's what our president is saying. And through that, address our health issues that I've just raised. And indeed, when you look at the technocrats, Mr. Shapumba, that I have consulted time and time again, the power, the energy, the desire to want to fix our hospitals, doctors, nurses is there. We just need to find a way and that magic button to press. Because the resources in this country is there for us to have a state-of-the-art healthcare. Indeed, the President's promise to the Republic was that we are going to empower young people through the beneficiation of our natural resources. Therefore, as I stand here, I stand as a proud governor, knowing that I have central government support and backing if we are saying we must start processing in Kunene region. Now, there are some things as I end my speech, Right Honorable Prime Minister. There are some things that comes as a blessing in disguise, and sometimes I happen to think I'm one of those people where blessings just hit you. Honorable Kanjore had just done my job for me, unwittingly, to introduce you because he was informed that, no, that governor will not speak at this event, maybe, I don't know. He didn't know. So he did a job that I was supposed to do. Thank you for that, Honorable Kanjore. That the politics being played, unfortunately, I become a beneficiary of you being so efficient. Right Honorable Prime Minister is not someone that we don't know. He's not someone that we don't know in this country. Those of us who were in Nanso back then have known his pronouncement on a number of things when he was a youth league leader of the SWAPO party. We know his approach to things. When a governor calls and says, I have floods, but this is what the law says, a car cannot travel because of a TREP authority. He will ask you, will the life of someone wait for the TREP authority to be issued before it goes? Go. Bureaucracy that stands in front of progress is not something that he understands for work not to be done. These are the people that are leading us. A man who, when a child that is 2 years old approaches him, he would kneel to greet that child. When an elder is ailing, you feel and see the empathy in his eyes. Compassionate leadership. Leadership that does not put politics before people. These are the people that are directing us, me as governor. Being consistently reminded, Muharukwa, do not put politics before the interests of Kunene region. And this is the call. That through me, the Vice President, I'm elevating now, the Right Honorable Prime Minister, is sending to the leaders of Kunene region, across board, let us not put our politics before our people. Because politics feed political leaders. And political leaders that put politics before the people, their politics do not feed people. And it is the reality why this region is so rich in minerals, in fertile soil. But as a rich region, our people are poor because PDM and SWAPO politics take center stage. Leaders, that is wrong. And I hope now that you know that what my directive is from the Prime Minister, who I as a coordinator of government activities in the region, and him as leader and coordinator of government activities nationally, is saying to me, politics last, the people first. Politics last, Kunene region first, and we shall thrive. Right Honorable Prime Minister, our humble men, our men of the people, our leader, please come and speak with your people.
Thank you very much. You may be seated. Before I start with my remarks, as you know, tomorrow, Her Excellency the President will lead a commemoration of Genocide Day, the first of its kind in our calendar of the nation, to remember the fallen heroes and heroines. In honor of that, may I request you to rise so that we observe a moment of silence in line with what Her Excellency will be doing tomorrow. Attention. It is. Thank you very much, Comrade Director of Ceremonies, Honorable Mario Shea, MP, Member of Parliament, in the youthful parliament. Honorable, you were supposed to be two with Mr. Elias Kahuva. Honorable Obeth Mbui Kanjode, patron of Opuwo Annual Trade Fair. Yes, my brother, that we have worked very well together when we were in the civil service, our former Director General of NPC. Cabinet ministers and members of parliament here, including our youthful Honorable Kamtua Rose Mbinge. You are looking very youthful. Where is she? Yes, give her a round of applause. Honorable Member of Parliament, Comrade Herunga, and our Deputy Secretary General of the SWAPO Party. Let's give him a round of applause. Where is he? Yes. Honorable Kahungu. Where is she? Yes, the future is female. Honorable Governor of Kunene Region, our youthful Vipwa Kuje Muharukwa from Ongongo, and also Opuwo. I want you to give him a round of applause because he's a farmer also. And other governors that are here, Your Worship, the Mayor of Opuwo, Honorable Kasipo Kakondo, thank you for the Opuwo welcome. I like the Opuwo welcome you did. Let's give him a round of applause. Honorable regional and local authority councillors, of course by this we mean Honorable Councillor of Epupa, Honorable Councillor of Opuwo Rural, Opuwo Eben, Opuwo Rural is also chairperson, also Muharukwa, and I'm giving you Ongongo. Sesfontein, Korihas, Kamanyap, did I leave out any? Ocho, yes, Comrade Ocho, where are you? Okwazapo, okay. Esteemed traditional and community leaders, Chief Executive Officer of Opuwo, my sister Shihura, that's how I'm calling her. Let's give her a round of applause. Captains of industry, business, delegates, distinguished exhibitors, both local and international, members of the diplomatic corps, invited guests, the media, and of course, Comrade wife. That's my wife, Dr. Bettina Ngurare. She's here working for the NHE. It's for housing. So let's give NHE a round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, is it still good morning? It's good afternoon, okay. Thank you, the youth. Good afternoon. It is with great pride and immense honor that I stand before you today to officiate the opening of 12th edition of the Opuwo Annual Trade Fair 2025, hosted by the Opuwo Town Council and with a sterling and colorful history as explained by Comrade Kanjode. Firstly, I bring you warm greetings from the President, Her Excellency Dr. Netumbo Nandi Ndaitwah, and indeed the government of the Republic of Namibia. I greet you with humility, the people of Epupa, Opuwo Eben, Opuwo Rural, Sesfontein, Ocho, Korihas, and Kamanyap constituencies. I applaud the people of Opuwo and the broader Kunene region, Comrade Governor, for the commitment shown in ensuring that this flagship event continues to grow in scale, diversity, and economic impact. The significance of this year's trade fair cannot be overstated. Under the fitting theme, quote, empowering the local economy through sustainable innovation in green hydrogen, oil and gas, tourism and mining, unquote. This platform speaks directly to our national aspirations towards an industrious, energy secure and inclusive economy. If you listen carefully to the prayer of our good pastor, when he was doing the best he did as he spoke to our Almighty, he spoke precisely about that. Let's give our good pastor a round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, since its humble beginnings in 2012, the Opuwo Annual Trade Fair has evolved from hosting a modest 35 to 40 exhibitors to an impressive 180 exhibitors this year, surpassing last year's figure by over 60% participants. Let's give a round of applause to Opuwo Town Council. This growth is not just statistic, it is a testimony to the determination of the Opuwo Town Council and its partners, as well as the confidence exhibitors place in this strategic trade platform. Allow me to recognize with appreciation the international participation this year. We are indeed honored to welcome exhibitors who traveled from as far afield as Tanzania and Kenya. This global presence affirms Opuwo's rising stature as commercial and investment destination in Southern African region. This trade fair is more than a market space. It is a catalyst for economic advancement. It stimulates local business, promotes entrepreneurship, fosters trade partnership, and drives sectoral development across the region. The region that the governor likes to call, is it the great or mighty region? I can't hear you, Opuwo. Which one? By that side? The great Kunene. Events such as these are instrumental in achieving the government of the Republic of Namibia's developmental objectives under Vision 2030 Harambee Prosperity Plan 2 and the National Development Plans. This year, we are particularly encouraged by the focus on green energy, oil, gas, and mining, emerging industries that present transformative potential for our nation, and especially for Opuwo. These sectors are no longer just distant ambitions. They are becoming real, and they are becoming now. As government, we urge stakeholders to maximize these opportunities by establishing local value chains. This means that if you are at Okangwati, whatever product you have at Okangwati, that product can find its space at Etanga. And you at Etanga can you find yourself at Sesfontein. And Sesfontein, you can find yourself at Varamkwele. And those at Varamkwele can find yourself in Ocho. And therefore, if there is a Coca-Cola of Opuwo or Kunene, we can as well develop what we normally call Coca-Cola za Opuwo, Coca-Cola zo Fanta, Coca-Cola zo Sprite, ozo zo Sprite tazitundire mo Kunene. Ice cream za Opuwo, ice cream of Kunene region. And we believe that there are young people here who are well vested with talent and innovation to be able to do that. Comrade Governor, I think that is not only a dream, but a possibility. Honorable CEO, is something we can do despite the challenge of the water you have. You can even have a bottled water from Opuwo, and we can sell it to go to Omaheke, and it can go to any part of the country. So it's over to you, CEO. To this end, we wish to echo the call by the Opuwo Town Council for the mining industry to consider investing in processing plant in Opuwo. With various mineral resources in the area, we must not continue exporting raw materials only to import them back as finished products. Let us cut and polish our minerals right here in Opuwo, therefore creating jobs, building skills, and growing our industrial base. Moreover, I'm reliably informed that on Thursday, 29 May 2025, there will be a consultative meeting focused on these new industries. I encourage all relevant players to participate in these critical discussions to shape a future that benefits both our communities and our countries. Equally, I note with optimism the government's commitment to the construction of bitumen road to Okangwati in Epupa constituency. Honorable Councillor, where are you? Yes, please. The loudest applause must be from the Councillor of Epupa. So the government is going to pave Okangwati Road. Are we not happy?
Yes.
And the anticipated Baines hydropower project. These infrastructure investments are not just about mobility. They are laying the foundation for Opuwo to emerge as a hub for economic activity, powering the northwestern corridor of Namibia and Southern Africa. Honorable Governor, honorable guests, ladies and gentlemen, let me also add, as we have said in Parliament, from the perspective of drought relief, we have taken a position that right here in Kunene, the food that is distributed for drought relief, we want it to be grown here in Kunene region. And it therefore means from Opuwo to Okangwati, in between there, those fields that we see that produce food, they must be supported and they must be given capacity to be able to produce as well as sell that to the government. Thereby, they will be able to generate some income from that. From Opuwo to Etanga, and from Opuwo to Sesfontein and elsewhere, let us see our people in Kunene producing food and therefore sustainably being able to supply or to provide that food for us to buy as OPM. And the youth will be able to get some income and the women will be able to get some income. So, Comrade Governor, this is, because it's not campaign, the campaign is over, this is a bread and butter issue. So we want to leave you this as a homework for all of us, as a part course for all of us. Let us go and work on this. And we are giving each other 3 months in which we can try to find a manner in which we must move forward. So you, the youth that are here, NYC and all others, we are giving you this part course and we want you to work on it, to sweat on it so that we are able to implement this particular idea. Honorable guests, as we continue to open new frontiers, let's remain guided by the principles of sustainability, equity, and inclusivity. Our small-scale miners, our farmers, our traders, and our youth all deserve a seat at the table of economic progress. Government remains steadfast in creating conducive environment for all actors to thrive. Team Kunene region, under your able leadership, Honorable Governor Muharukwa, the Opuwo Town Council, under the leadership of Honorable Kasipo Kakonda, Mayor of Opuwo, including the other mayor who has the power, Honorable Mbinge, and the organizing team under the Chief Executive Officer, Madam Mashinjara Shihura Katurota, the sponsors and all participants. Thank you for your tireless efforts. Honorable Governor, thank you for your leadership. Honorable Marius Shea, thank you for your always being closer to the region that, as the governor has said, you have worked together to make it happen. Let's give these two young men a round of applause. Collectively, your dedication is what transforms visions into reality. To the people of Opuwo and to the people of Kunene region, your resilience, hospitality, and innovation are commendable. In particular, I want to give an appreciation to our traditional leaders all over Kunene region. Please convey to them our appreciation. The culture and tradition are the roots that will catapult us into action. Please convey to them our most sincere appreciation. Let this year's trade fair be a springboard for new partnership. Comrade Kanjode, new investments and new ideas that will drive Opuwo and Namibia forward. With those few words and many words, and the energy displayed by the young people that were singing, and the rhino that was dancing, I now have the honor and privilege to declare the 12th edition of the Opuwo Annual Trade Fair 2025 officially open, and thank you very much.
Omake. That was our Right Honorable Prime Minister, even showing us some good moves of Irisha Rikan. Omake ko Prime Minister, omake. O trade fair ya patruka ko chiveta. Hey, officially open. O trade fair ya Patruka Koschiveta. Okarukoro.
Thank you.
Traditional Cultural Group.
Yeah.
Origana mulume ndwambulale onjupado bigwangwa nyonde hawa mayo
Onjongo mupiti onjongo makamba mupiti.
Ombimbi.
Omake.
Honorable former Governor, the floor is yours. Back to you.
Okuhepa, vanasheva dandu, okuhepa. Thank you very much. Yanjo make, co-cultural group yetu. I now take this opportunity. First, maybe there is a watch here. Somebody's watch fell down. Please, if your watch is not on your wrist, you are missing it, please come to me. Pondithana po vembori.
Miwango kuja ombimbi ka itonwa po manyando no teresa manyando itonwa po ndiro no biamperero binene bya bamobita okusha ape arukirwa rukwa ombimbi kutonwa mo manyando
okuhepa ndondo tate twadu inambio tuhepo vando vanene pokati yetu muturaire ovanache kuchinaka ishitwavi Ojamatu jandangi nondengero nene tate arika na ndondo. I now have the honor to invite my brother, the chairperson of Kunene Regional Council, Honorable Western Muharukwa, for a vote of thanks. Honorable Western, the floor is yours, my brother.
Thank you, the directors of the proceeding, my brother, member of parliament, who have been a governor of Kunene region. We have been traveling together. We have been in this region trying to bring the government closer to the people. Hello? Yeah. Right Honorable Prime Minister, I'm one of the Himba guy who is very proud to be a Himba. Very, very proud to be a Himba person. I'm very proud to be from Opuwo. I'm very proud to be from Kunene region. I'm very proud to be a Namibian. I'm very proud to be an African. So, and I'm saying this deliberately because sometimes we are not proud of where we come from. We are not proud of what we have. But I'm one of those people that are very proud. Before I dive into my word of thanks, let me say this briefly. My name is Western Muharukwa, as I was introduced by the MC, or the Masters of Ceremony, Western Muharukwa. And the governor of the Great Kunene region is my brother. Now, I have been watching some of there were two very famous boxers. They were brothers from the same mother. And one of the things they said, we will fight the whole world, but we will never fight the two of us. They never fight until they stop fighting. So I'm very proud to have a brother who is a governor, because I never had a brother who is a governor. So I'm so proud to have him. So we will never fight. I never had many years ago, the brother that I have, the brother that I have, it's fine. Yeah, so when you are talking about me to him, try to have some limits. When you're coming to me talking about him, try to have some limits. It's fine. Let me dive into my word of thanks, my Honorable Prime Minister. Before I get to that, I was informed we received good rains, of course, but then we are very blessed. We have a good grass, and it's all over. You have seen it. And if we preserve it, if we take good care of it, it will probably take about 2 years to be finished or to be overgrazed. However, we have problems of fire all around. So we were asking the community to take care of not to light fires everywhere, but we also wanted to ask the government if they can have a separate budget of the cut lines so that we can save one or two things. So that I'm conveying it to the Honorable Prime Minister so that they can have additional budget or separate budget so we can have a cut lines, and then that will save a lot. Yeah, let me get into my vote of thanks. Honorable Prime Minister of the Republic of Namibia, Dr. Elijah Ngurare, the Prime Minister who I have been working closely when he was just a deputy director in the Ministry of Agriculture. And he's one of the few people that I hardly hear him introducing himself by saying, I'm Dr. Ngurare with 2 master's degree or 3 master's degree. I don't hear that from him. So a very humble man. We do know that he's a doctor, but we hardly hear him introducing him by the degree he obtained. Yeah, thank you for being a servant of this Namibian nation. Thank you for coming. Dear our esteemed patrons of the trade fair, Honorable Buipa Hamjode, brother who have been coming every time when we have trade fair, who have been in this region for quite some time. Thank you so much for coming. Our Honorable Governor, members of Parliament, and the regional councillors present here, we really appreciate your presence. The Chief Executive Officer and the Councillor of Opuwo Town Council, distinguished sponsors and exhibitors, members of the media, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, a very good afternoon. A very good afternoon. We don't like the trade fair? It is an honor to deliver this vote of thanks on this momentous occasion, the official opening on the 12th edition of the Opuwo Annual Trade Fair. Firstly, we extend our deepest gratitude to our chief guest, the Honorable Prime Minister, Dr. Elijah Ngurare. Say, your presence here today reaffirms the government's commitment to local economy, empowerment, and inclusive development. Your inspiration, keynote address has not only added status to this event, but has also ignited hope in our hearts for a more vibrant and self-reliant Opuwo and Kunene region. To the patron of the trade fair, thank you for your unwavering support and dedication throughout the years. Your leadership has been instrumental in the growth and sustainability of this platform, which continues to uplift our entrepreneurs and ignite innovations across various sectors. A heartfelt appreciation also goes to the Opuwo Town Council for once again hosting and coordinating this prestigious event with excellence. Your commitment to local development, service delivery, and visionary planning makes Opuwo a beacon of progress in northwestern Namibia. To our sponsor, thank you for your generous contribution, financial and in kind as well. Your investment in this trade fair not only demonstrates corporate responsibility, but also empower local businesses to showcase their product, services, and talent on national stage. To our exhibitor, your creativity, determination, and entrepreneurial spirit are the heartbeat of this fair. Whether you are in agriculture, or whether you are in craft, or tourism, mining, and education, or food, or retail, etc., your innovation breathes life into our economy. We are equally grateful to all speakers who have graced us with their insight and messages of encouragement and collaboration. Your words have challenged us to think broader, act with agency, and build sustainably. Last, but certainly not least, to all of us gathered here, participants, dignitaries, youth, elders, families, and friends, your presence and your support are what we truly make this trade fair a celebration of unity, culture, and commerce. You are the reason we strive for progress, and we appreciate each of you. As we continue through the week, let this event be a platform not just for business, but for networking, learning, and sowing seeds of transformation that will bear fruit for generations to come. Together, let us build a prosperous Opuwo, a resilient Kunene region, and a thriving Namibia. With the few words, I thank you. Thank you, Honorable.
Omake for our chairperson of the Regional Council. Right Honorable Prime Minister, our guest, our patron, our beautiful people of Opuwo and Kunene, we have come to the end of our official opening program. Please, tomorrow we will have a career fair here at the Trade Fair Center, and we are inviting all the young people to attend and to engage the different institutions. I'm informed, I'm not sure whether I must make that announcement, but let me make it because I'm informed. Apparently there will be an aeroplane landing here tomorrow. I don't know how, but I'm informed there is an aeroplane landing. And I'm sure there is probably safety measures put in place, because if the Prime Minister has to ask, I think Prime Minister, you can ask the governor, he will know better. We will then on Thursday have a green hydrogen, oil and gas, tourism and mining in Daba. And we are also, like our governor has said, as a region of possibilities. We are encouraging our entrepreneurs, both young, middle age, old, to come and to participate in the Indaba, to get the necessary information and the arsenal for you to be able to be a participant in these new industries, exciting industries that we want to go into as a country. So please, on Thursday, business people and equally also residents, we are inviting you to come. You can also maybe come and ask career opportunities in these industries. On Friday, also tomorrow, we will have Ministry of Finance who will be engaging especially civil servants on medical aid information. On Friday, we will have a soap making training for SMEs and women and youth to teach them how to make soap locally here, like our Prime Minister has said. We must produce our own. We will have also a presentation by NHE and Opuwo Town Council on housing provision. So as young professionals, as first-time buyers, we are also inviting you to come. And then we will have a Miss Opuwo Trade Fair, beauty pageant, and performances in the evening on Friday. Saturday, we will have the Farmers Animal Show. We will have the 7-a-side games, where I'm told Honorable Vipwa is ready. He was training. He's gonna wear number 7 shirt. And if he's tired, I'll be sitting on the bench waiting to substitute anytime. And you all know my left foot is not a joke. Very dangerous. And then we will conclude the trade fair with a music bash on Saturday evening. And we are inviting you to come and dance and to come and enjoy with us. With that said, Right Honorable Prime Minister, as people of Kunene, we normally do not just let our guests go like that. When the people come to the house, you must entertain them as your guests, and you must make sure, Kucha, you give them something to take along as a souvenir, so that Meme Albertine, every time you talk of Kunene, she can say, yeah, please go and save the people of Kunene, because at least they are sending you back with something to bring home. So with that said, Right Honorable Prime Minister, let me invite the CEO to hand over a gift from Opuwo, from Kunene, to you on behalf of the people of Kunene. Madam CEO. And His Worship the Mayor.
Marino Mukabona, mateo o sikando shime ya monambo shime ya ponganda morero matero baine mbakongora o jiwo ponganda o mwashema iti mojiwo o mashatero bomboto o irisira yenene shimarika tumnombai Pakabuba pakongora Amimba kumwane tema Omunge mnungwe kongora Wangara kona mundu munomi Kahiro katena kanje Make pahode konjafa O katena Make pahode konjafa Isho makongore ronge kongora Na hoyo mundu ukore Kura mameka munina Amime kotoka nambano Omwashe shaka munina Wako toko mwano umwe Shaka munina Wako toko mwano wa Uruguta itamoshi hanga Iriko mwi Mwina kumwi Uruguta itamoshi hanga Iriko mwi Mwina kumwi Amishimba itimo hangafa Shandeka peno mwano waru Onduku nduku yo mutima Wanjema inji kwenene Onduku yo mutima Shandema inji kwenene Omugandu shahidi Shayoniskireha Mavangonga ona Jimbina yo moshe hangafa Oh weekend Jibonga ona Makumwane temwa Ushabeshiti Jipa onga ona yanji Omere to hanga pro hanga Oh hanga yondenga Oh kombando shiuro shanje Oh hanga oh ishabari Ambara itune konyama Na itirange iyo kwapa
Omake Omake kat eto vanduva kunene shitu eto vaenda katu yanjero vaenda kuyaruka na uri konganda twatho kuyanjo shina shuri ponganda nangarema kunoka kothiva amunu inambi mtwe mupe uri pure ko vandova wava kunene po matushavi opushiri naunu aye. My Herero is improving, Right Honorable Prime Minister, but now the problem is I have now moved to Parliament and there we are talking too much English. Yes. So it's a big problem there. I thought I would master, but yeah. I'm informed that there is our children's parliament. Our honorable members, they are here. The children's parliament. If you can just stand the Children's Parliament honorable members, so we can see you, and the Prime Minister can see you, and after this they will have a parliament session here live. And I'm even informed the speaker is female for that matter. Omake, o parliament yetu ya Namibia yovanashe, onjo, o the honorable Ando Dakurama Komundangwin. Today when I came, Honorable Prime Minister, when I was getting off the car, one of the honorables was working with a file, and then he said, "Oh, Governor." Then I said, "Oh, what's up?" And then he says, "No, you must say honorable." He had the tech. Apparently, he's an honorable. So, honorables, I acknowledge and I see you. Thank you very much. Omake. What a wonderful country. Tukara moshirongo shiwa, amimbi hingirakusha, Namibia. Ehi ewa umuno vanane imba variko vihavero na imba veriko vihavero vehama mombungare rumwe po vehama po china chimwe machungurwa ochichitwa mave hingirira mave they are greeting each other nu mave hokoro the story dao movirongo mbina ovanane kave hingire ovandu veri movitauri vekara vapindika ete tukara no hange nangare kujama hingiri kwa ikara no hange uri mukuro eye meveriri povi oja ona Namibia uri ndino euvandina atuhe matusha tate ngurare wari o deputy executive director ndino ongo o prime minister yetu katuna kushua pamwe in the future marondo kombanda no nu ete turi ponamba pehi kaite kukara matusha oviungura yatate ngurare po ngavana muharu kwa natu muungurithe no udheu menaro kushashika tuna kumupo sapota ovo muka shiwo ikoshi havero moka pewa sapota kune mo Namibia tuno ka substitution game nuke nyandwa after 5 years ndino ove munane omuka matusha murumendu imba wamana kaindeko mndangwini vipa wariko parlementa araira kusha yaruka amimbarimba eraira kusha yaruka ko mndangwini osha pathokukara no hanga tuvatira thaneto vatena mena kusho muka shito ya poruvede numba vere kenakukasha imba kapuno Nazareta mbarimbo koshiavero eunguri kwai nushike koko shavero mbatho kukamburongode etonene vipo kuja murumendu wa mama mbaroro kananga makamba mana uriko shihavero mundu wa mama meku sapota mbwetaro vandumba osha amuhe memu ningire kusha memerosa noho mbinge wayako shomithi uri mo parliamenta ova na nembo noho ko parliament oka substitution mamudu nushino sokera uri osha sapote meya kakondo inguri ko shihavero nambano injetu mupo oruthuvero ndamu yanja kurosa injetu mupe okungurira kumwe shina mungurire kumwe na rosa kamusha ingwika wetu ingo wetu eto vandu vemwe nangare kusha tuhingiro maraka peke peke eto vandu va Namibia mwetu ndangi shimwe ya omake kwene amuhe o Namibia yetu injetu itunge kumwe. With that said, I now have the honor, Right Honorable Prime Minister, for us to stand and then we sing the national and the AU anthem for closing, and then Makono, the mayor, you will lead us together, the delegation of the Right Honorable Prime Minister and the patron, the governor, through the stalls, and then we call it a day. Oshanje Tumburi. Okuhepa ndangi ndondo. Arikane sorry, DJ.
Good afternoon and welcome to your 1 o'clock bulletin here on NBC 1. With me, Ivan Shishanda. Alongside me is Aune Ashikuti Nuyoma for the sign language interpretation. Now, an affected group of genocide victim descendants who arrived from Achas area in the Barseba constituency have expressed hope ahead of the first official Genocide Remembrance Day scheduled for May 28. The group views this commemoration as an important step towards healing historic wounds and fostering unity, especially between the Nama and Ovaherero people, both of whom suffered immense losses during the 1904-08 genocide.
The Southern Group believes that Namibia's first official Genocide Remembrance Day will serve as an important platform for collective mourning, reflection and dialogue. The group's representative, Fritz Kohobeb, expressed sadness over the lasting effects of the 1904-1908 genocide, highlighting issues such as division, disunity, and a loss of identity among the affected communities. He stressed that these consequences continue to impact the Nama and the Ovaherero people to date. Kohobeb is optimistic that the upcoming commemoration on May 28th will encourage the revival of cultural practices and help strengthen bonds between the affected communities. While touching on the ongoing negotiations between Germany and Namibia, Kohobeb further emphasized the importance of unity between the Ovaherero and Nama people in honoring their ancestral victims.
But what we are trying to do now is as we are declaring this day, this 28th of May, as a public holiday, as a day for the genocide, we want to see how we can unite these two groups. Yes, the Hereros and the Nama groups. The greatest thing that we are crying for is that there must be an apology, a sincere apology from the deep of our heart, from the internationalists, in this case the Germans. The Germans have to come back and sincerely apologize to these communities for what they have done, so that we will feel that, you know, when somebody is giving you a genuine sincerity and apology, you will feel it, and that's what we want to feel. As we end the concluding of this whole issue, we have to stand together now as Namas and Hereros and as a community of Namibia and support the Vice President with their team, so that at the end of the day, it is about the communities that are affected. So let's try to unite ourselves first and understand, bring back that understanding within us and know what we want from all these processes that is going on.
The Genocide Remembrance Day is seen as a milestone in Namibia's efforts towards reconciliation and national healing, bringing together all communities to remember past injustices and honor the resilience of those who died. The day also reflects ongoing calls for Germany to formally apologize and provide due reparations.
It's a significant day. It's a day that is remarkable for all of us as we have traveled. It's just for this day that we have traveled, and we believe that this day shall be productive, it shall be fruitful, and all the Namibians, whoever comes, will enjoy the productivity of this day.
Top 10 Miss Namibia 2025 finalists visited the Palace of Ondonga Traditional Authority on Africa Day.
The top 10 Miss Namibia 2025 finalists visited the Palace of Ondonga Traditional Authority on Africa Day. The contestants observed the Ondonga customs and received blessings from Omukanilwa of Ondonga Traditional Authority.
But I'm so happy today It gives me so much pleasure, and for me, for all of us to be welcomed here by the King and the Queen is a big honor for us. We are so, so grateful.
This was followed by an educational tour in a living classroom of cultural knowledge through the homestead by Omunye Kadi, or the wife of Omukanilwa Adelaide, who is the official patron of Miss Namibia 2025. Following the symbolic tour, the finalists were treated to a traditional gala-style reception, a royal celebration of heritage and excellence.
You have really shown us what is royalty. You have shown us what is hospitality. And you have taught us so many things about your beautiful culture. And the Miss Namibia organization is here to revitalize our cultures again, to teach people about our culture. And therefore we are so grateful that Her Majesty has accepted to become our patron and the ambassador.
Omukanilwa Shumbwa made a direct royal contribution to the Miss Namibia cause.
Ukavona uhembu ngunga taka winaya kwao aeh otiro ngombe ondemu.
In addition to the female heifer that he promised, he's going to donate 30,000 Namibian dollars to Mrs. Namibia organization.
He also called on the business community to support the Miss Namibia pageant, coming to the north for the first time after almost 35 years of Namibian history. Miss Namibia 2025 is shaping up to be not just a beauty pageant, but a national celebration of identity, womanhood, and purpose.
Police in the Oshana region have recorded a total of 26 drowning cases between January and May 2025. The majority of these incidents occurred during February and March.
Namibian Police Commander in Oshana, Commissioner Naftal Lungameni Sakaria, in an interview with Nampa on Monday, noted that 16 drowning deaths were recorded between February and March alone. Sakaria said the victims range from a 6-year-old child to a 65-year-old pensioner. The most recent incident involved a 29-year-old man from Katima Mulilo who drowned on Saturday while fishing in a man-made dam at Oshakati. The deceased was identified as Mukelebai Here Nasikambo, who was employed as a domestic worker in Onawa village. According to Sakaria, the man was in the company of his girlfriend when the tragedy occurred at the Omatale Katumale man-made dam in Onawa. It is alleged that he entered the water with the intention of retrieving a fish that had become entangled in a floating empty cool drink container. The swim appears to have left Nasikambo exhausted as he called out for help from his companion, who was at the water's edge. The assistance sought arrived too late, though. The body of the deceased was recovered by divers from the Police Special Reserve Force. In light of this incident and others, Sakaria urges members of the public to avoid deep water to prevent further such tragedies.
The Rundu Town Council plans to begin the first phase of constructing its new building during the 2025-26 financial year.
Presently, the council staff work from government offices housed in one of the town's oldest structures belonging to the Ministry of Works and Transport. These offices, constructed from prefabricated materials, are in a dilapidated condition. At a recent capital projects budget meeting, RTC's Strategic Executive for Finance, Sam Nekaro, announced that the council intends to start with the first phase of the new offices at an estimated cost of $28 million. Nekaro added that the council expects to secure these funds from the Line Ministry. He further clarified that the land on which the current offices stand has been subdivided, where a portion of it is being transferred to the council. while the remainder will stay with the ministry. Since its inception in 1992, the Rundu Town Council has operated from these offices. Meanwhile, Nekaro revealed that the council also aims to develop the first phase of a new cemetery in the Kuma informal settlement, with a projected cost of $100,000. The council also plans to gravel or re-gravel sandy roads at a cost of $5 million and intends to purchase heavy machinery such as a grader for approximately $5.5 million.
The joint ministerial committee meeting held recently in Kasane, Botswana, between Minister of Works and Transport Veiko Nekundi and Botswana's Transport and Infrastructure Noah Salakai ended with an understanding of renewed urgency and optimism over the stalled Trans-Kalahari Railway project. Despite a bilateral agreement in place, no construction has yet occurred on the railway link meant to drive regional trade and economic growth.
Namibia's Works and Transport Minister Veiko Nekundi noted to the region's 4.2% economic growth, describing it as sluggish and urging the partners to ensure that the Trans-Kalahari Railway becomes a catalyst for development across sub-Saharan Africa. The initiative has started to gain traction, he said, adding that it holds countless benefits for people of the region. Botswana's Minister of Transport and Infrastructure, Noah Salakai, acknowledged both progress and challenges experienced since the last joint discussion held in Swakopmund in February. Technical teams are currently on the ground, he said, while the company CPCS Transcom UK Limited was appointed as consultant in March, marking a significant step forward for the project. Despite this praise, Salakai issued a reminder to all that the railway on its own would not be financially viable to cover its enormous $16 billion price tag. He thus acknowledged the need for a bold and innovative approach to addressing this challenge. He proposed reimagining the project as Trans-Kalahari Development Corridor, a broader economic and trade initiative that goes beyond simply the tracks themselves. Both ministers reaffirmed their commitment to moving beyond decades of planning and turning the Trans-Kalahari Railway project into a powerful engine of growth aligned with the African Continental Free Trade Area's aspiration. Johanna Urikos, NBC News.
As Namibia prepares to commemorate its inaugural Genocide Remembrance Day, the constituency councillor of Okakarara in the Oshadonjupa region, Ramana Mushavikwa, urges Namibians to embrace unity and foster a culture of retrospect. His call comes as the nation reflects on one of the darkest chapters in its history, the 1904-1908 genocide.
That what happened in Kasinga, what happened in Hamakari, what could have happened in Gulumbashe are all part of the same dark history, where we all from different angles were fighting for one thing, and that is our total liberation and independence of the Namibian nation. And if we need to recognize, as we did with the 28th of May, Kasinga Day, Golobashe Day, we need to give due recognition to the impact that the generation after generation would carry as victims and descendants of the victims of what happened in those specific days.
Mushavikwa emphasized the importance of national cohesion and historical reflection in healing past wounds and ensuring such atrocities are never repeated.
It's a pity, it's painful that the very items that we lost, including land, is not sitting in Germany, it's sitting on the Namibian soil, and it's becoming high time that we should come up with measures that will put the affected communities on the trajectory of finding, of mainstreaming them economically, and also while we are enjoying the peace and stability that is currently prevailing within the borders of independent Namibia.
Namibia is set to commemorate its inaugural Genocide Remembrance Day tomorrow in honor of the victims of the 1904 to 1908 genocide.
Sierra Leone health authorities are calling for extreme care among the population as an outbreak of pox intensifies. The West African country has reported more than 3,000 cases since the start of the year, including 14 deaths linked to the disease. The WHO declared an outbreak of mpox a public health emergency of international concern last August. CGTN has more on that.
This is just one of the over 1,600 Sierra Leoneans who have recovered from mpox. For purposes of this report, we'll call him Alex. He got infected while on duty, but he sought treatment immediately. After 2 weeks under medical care, Alex is now fully recovered from the disease.
And it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy because I have seen different videos of how mpox attacks and targets people. So I was down mentally and physically too. I wasn't okay because I recalled that I have a wife at home, though she can abstain. But I also have a young child who is 10 months old. But I got a young pekin of the age of 10 months.
Mpox presents symptoms like fever, body aches and a rash. Alex is encouraging Sierra Leoneans to seek medical assistance as soon as they develop signs of infection.
I call on everyone to adhere to the precautionary measures the government has put in place because mpox is real. Yes, for now, we notice that the death rates are low. And people have the perception that mpox doesn't kill, meaning it isn't bad. But after having gone through the virus, I know what I went through.
Health officials say the lessons learned from a serious Ebola outbreak in Sierra Leone and COVID-19 pandemic have helped them tackle the current mpox outbreak more effectively and establish.
Million people in this country, and we have 58,300 doses. So definitely, we have to prioritize. 1, health workers who are in the front line, contacts of infected persons, because if somebody is infected now, all those around that person are high-risk contacts. So we encourage those to be vaccinated and those that have other underlying ailments, like people that are immune to compromise. So these are actually the priority groups. So if we get more vaccines, we might even review those criteria.
People across Sierra Leone have been urged to avoid close contact with infected persons, practice good hygiene, and follow safety guidelines to prevent further spread.
One of Namibia's most experienced and resilient cricketers, Helao Nafidi Piki France, has officially announced his retirement from professional cricket. Cricket Namibia confirmed the news with a heartfelt message celebrating the player's legacy.
Popularly known as Piki France, bows out after nearly 2 decades of service to Namibian cricket. From his first appearance for the Namibia under-19 side at the 2008 World Cup to representing the senior team in international tournaments, France's journey has been nothing short of remarkable. A right-handed middle-order batter and off-break bowler, France made his senior debut in 2011 and quickly became a mainstay in the team. Known for his grit and determination, he played over 100 matches across formats and was part of Namibia's rise on the global cricket stage. He played a key role in Namibia earning ODI status in 2019 and featured in major tournaments including the ICC T20 World Cup. France was also part of the squad that won the ICC World Cricket League Division 2 tournament. Despite setbacks, including controversy in 2019 over team selection, France made a strong return and delivered some of his best performances in the later stages of his career. His 83 against Southwestern Districts and consistent contributions in T20 competitions are still remembered by fans. Off the pitch, Yafrance inspired many aspiring cricketers, particularly those from underrepresented communities, through his passion, commitment and leadership. Cricket Namibia praised him for the legacy he leaves behind, stating, "You have inspired many off and on the field, and we're proud to have been part of your journey. Once an eagle, always an eagle." As he steps into the next chapter of his life, Yafrance's name will remain etched in Namibian cricket history as one of its true trailblazers. Vishal Shapange, NBC Sport, Windhoek.
Good day and a warm welcome on today's weather forecast. Satellite image, clouds visible lingering over the northeastern parts of the country. However, today mid-level clouds are also going to be visible, but mainly fair weather clouds over the interior. And for the coastal areas, the normal coastal weather of fog patches and partly cloudy conditions is expected. Temperatures very hot over the northern parts, 30 at Okokoyo as well as on Dangwa respectively, including Opuwo and Sosfontein in the northwest, Omaruru 29 to the northeast, Rundu 27, Katima Mulilo 28 degrees Celsius, Windhoek warm 26, Gobabis hot 28 degrees, and we also expect a high of 26 at Karasberg. Along the coast, 26 degrees at Walvis Bay. And that is all from the Weather Service. Have a great day.